Well, good morning. Today we're going to get the plumbing rough-in started, and basically that's going to be where we, I guess, mark out all the toilets, the faucets, where they're going, showers, bathtubs, pedestal sinks. So what we've done, I'm going to spin the camera around. So we mark refrigerator and where all the cabinets go on the floor. That way, when they come in, they know exactly where they're going to be putting stuff. That way there's no confusion. Washer, dryer. It's just a way to make sure that we have things organized.
Hey, who's doing all your editing?
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active.
Well, they're making good progress on all the supply lines and the drain pipes. So I'm headed down to the basement right now. We got to check for some clearance where the spiral staircase is going to go. So we're going to have plenty of room for that spiral staircase. With that pressed up there, that'll be perfect. All right, just like I hoped. Everything's going fine. We got plenty of clearance for the spiral staircase. There's a couple penetration pipes that are up here. We're going to try to keep them up there so we don't have to have any kind of bump down here. I really don't want to see that bump down, but he's going to do his best to make sure we can keep it up in there. We may have to drill a hole across the TGI. That way we're not flooding that cavity filled with pipes. So we're making progress. Okay, one of the things I wasn't real prepared for the plumbing was the freestanding tub in the master shower. So as luck would have it, the big box store locally had a few in stock, and it's very similar to the one that we chose. So I'm going to cancel the one that we have on order. I went and picked up the one from the box store, and we're about to put it in so these guys can keep rocking and rolling. Good morning. So they're going to be wrapping up the plumbing today. They're focusing on the main house right now, and then they'll get started on the guest house. So yeah, we're making progress. Hopefully we'll be meeting the electrician, Robert. He is the best, by the way. I've used him on the last 2 houses, and I love him. He's great. So hopefully we'll meet with him and get our switch placement and outlets, where everything's going, where our pendants are going, and can lights. So that's an exciting thing for us, because you know, walking through the house, knowing where your light switches are and how things are going to operate, what we're going to put in there. I think lighting adds personality to the house, and Robert knows exactly. I mean, he knows how to light the house, wire the house. Everything is perfect. Whenever he comes in it, I don't ever have anything to worry about. Well, we wrapped up rough end plumbing. It took a day and a half to get it done. These guys knocked it out. I stood around and watched because they're the professional trade, and I just get in the way. But you wouldn't believe how clean they left the job site. That's kind of rare for people out there, for trades. Sometimes they leave it a mess and we come in and clean up. But these guys, man, they did an incredible job. So yeah, really proud of them. One other thing that I did, it's really the roofer, but we got a lot of rain coming in, and it's hard to see, but there are 2 vent stacks over here and another one over there. So yeah, and you see this little ladder right here? Yeah, I built my own ladder. Yeah, that's dangerous, I know. Mom, I hope you're not watching this, but I built my own ladder and got up on the roof, put those boots on the vent stacks, and got it all sealed in because we were expecting a lot of rain. I had to get it done. There was no one else to do it, so I did it myself. So Robert and JD are here. We are gonna walk the house and mark all our outlets and where our lights are going and everything, and we're gonna get started. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. All right, well, Robert and JD just left, and I'm telling you, they're wonderful people, man. Just Electric, that's the name of the business, so check this out up here. Give them a call if you're anywhere in the Atlanta area. They are awesome, man. When I tell you about customer service, these guys are exactly what you're looking for. They will do whatever you want, but one thing that they will do is they'll tell you when something's not right, or if it's going to cost you too much money. You know, they know I'm putting together this house and it's a big project, and I'm always a little budget conscious. So you know, Robert stopped me and he's like, hey man, I wouldn't do that. I would do this. It'll save you this much money. Just incredible people. They do great work. I've never had a problem. I refer them out as often as I can. So just remember, Just Electric, they're great people. So I'm going to take you around and kind of show you what the plan we came up with. All right, guys, so we came up with a plan for the kitchen. I think it's a winner. So we're going to have 3 lights that are going to be mounted above the kitchen, and they have an arm that kind of come out. So that'll be a nice accent there. We're going to have 2 big pendant lights that are going to hang over our island here. We're looking at doing some special under cabinet lighting for that. We also laid out exactly where we wanted all of our electrical, our outlets. We're going to have outlets on either side of the table. And then I'm going to move the camera and let you see what we're going to do in the living room. All right, so the living room was a little tricky. So we're going to have a nice big 72-inch fan right here in the middle, but we're also going to put in some can lights. So because this layout is a little different than a normal house, we've got a somewhat of a foyer, but we didn't want to have a chandelier light in the foyer because we feel like it'll kind of complicate that space. So we're going to do a can light in the foyer, another one over here, and then we'll mirror that. We'll have a third one, and then over the big window, we're going to put 2 can lights there. In front of the fireplace right here, we're going to have can lights, but with an eyeball directional on it that will shine on the fireplace. So I think that's going to be a great plan. It's going to look really, really good. So I'm going to grab you guys and I'm going to move you over to the hallway. All right, so this was a challenge for us. We didn't know exactly how we were going to light up this barrel ceiling. So what what Robert came up with, he's like, I think the best way to do this is probably to run a little ledge around either side, and we're going to use an LED tape that's going to accent both sides of that barrel, so it'll cast light upwards and around that. So going to be a really neat entrance going into the second bedroom. I'm excited about it. The spiral staircase is just off to the left there, and we're going to hang a special little chandelier in that. So this whole area right here is going to be really, really neat. And this area is not quite as exciting, but it's really important because we're going to have a bank of cabinets over here. This is actually our pantry side. So I strategically wanted to put outlets in a certain spot because right back here is going to be Jana's coffee bar. And I got to have enough outlets there for Jana's coffee bar because, you know, that's like its own little shrine, if you know what I'm talking about, for all you coffee lovers out there. On this side, we're going to be doing our laundry, so it was really important that he knew exactly where the dryer was going. We're actually going to have our dryer up on a pedestal, so typically we'll adjust the height of all the fixtures to accommodate that as well. But it's coming along. I'm going to take you into the master bedroom. Okay, on our way to the master bedroom is this long hallway, and we're going to strategically put can lights through this hallway. Nothing dangling down to obstruct it, but we're going to have some exposed ducting that goes into the bedroom and also in the living room. So we're just going to accentuate that hallway for what it is. And right over the top of the bed's going on this wall. We're going to have two sconce lights there for reading. It'll be there's kind of like a globe light. It's really neat. We're gonna on this wall we're gonna have a TV, so we put the receptacle up high. We've also planned out for where we're gonna have our devices. So our phones or our tablets, we're gonna be able to have those cords recessed and stored out of the way. Also went through, we're doing pendant lights over all of our sinks and vanities, so we'll have two pendant lights here. We're going to have a separate controlled light switch in the shower. Jana wanted that. Jana gets that. In the middle here, we're going to have a decorative light fixture in the middle too. We haven't quite picked that one out yet. In all of the closets though, we'll have a traditional, what we call now, it's not really traditional, it's more of a modern pancake. So we'll have two of those in the master closet. So, as you guys can tell, it's been well thought out. I couldn't have done it without Robert. I couldn't have done it without Jana. And you know what? JD, he gets a thumbs up from me because he's the workhorse, man. He kind of helps put this all together. So we appreciate those guys. Don't forget, you'll see them again while we're doing all the rough end, but Just Electric, give them a call. They're awesome. If you're in the Atlanta area, they're your guys. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up for the day, but Bob gave me some framing projects I have to do, so I'm gonna knock those out on the next episode, so we'll see you again shortly.